Good morning to all of you, and welcome back again to Chris RD channel. And today we are going to watch all together the 3 individual apparatus performances during the final round of Carlos Yulo during the World Gymnastics Championships Liverpool 2022. And before that, we just have to shout out for Tita Angela or Ma'am Angela Yulo for being part of our community, the mother of Carlos Yulo. And today we are just going to use an English medium because we are now having an international audience, not only Filipinos. And also a big congratulations first to Eliza Yulo for winning the 4 gold medals during their recent championship, which is the JRC Artistic Gymnastics Stars Championship, this 2022, which were held in Thailand. And also Angela, Angela got the gold, 4 golds in the all around except the balance beam, and also he got gold also in uneven bars, gold in floor for Angela, and also gold for the vault. Wow, 4 gold medals. Thank you very much for bringing us such a pride for the Philippines, and thank you and congratulations also for Carl Yulo for winning the silver all around, silver individual all around. Yes, for Carl Yulo. Silver also for Carl Yulo in vault and pommel horse, and gold in floor, and bronze in steel rings for Carl Yulo. So big congratulations to the Yulo family. Yes, and congratulations to their parents for supporting their kids. Okay, so now we're going to watch now the performance of Carlos Yulo, and we're going to make a comment after.
Carlos Yulo of the Philippines, the world champion from 2019.
Yeah.
22-year-old.
So this is the floor exercise of Carlos Yulo.
In qualification was 6.4, the highest that we saw.
Carlos Yulo has a difficulty of 6.4 during the qualification. Ouch! You know, you see.
Just like we saw for Milad Karimi, he anticipates where the ground is.
Yeah, he anticipates where the ground is.
It's not quite what he thinks. He opens
yeah.
up a little too early.
Indeed.
And unfortunately, he sits down.
Unfortunately, Carlos Yulo sits down. It's fine. This happens on the first day of the individual apparatus finals. This is his first day of finals for individual apparatus, which is floor. The day before this is the all around. Nice. Yeah, straight. Nice. Swooping.
There is enormous difficulty in the work of Carlos Yulo of the Philippines.
Feel so disappointed here. Oh, there are Filipinos there.
The competition floor is beloved as a gymnast. There is so much attention on him at the World Championships. It was always going to be hard to match what he did in qualification because it was verging on gymnastics.
Okay, anyways, let us watch the slow motion.
Pass, the 2.5. Very
Wow.
well done. And
Very well
he
done.
gets good height to do the front double pike, but maybe not as much as he normally would.
Yeah.
And that makes the landing far more difficult. This
Wow,
is double
great
twisting,
height.
double layout, unusual because he performs both of the twists on the second somersault.
Such a good height.
Adjustments on the landing that he normally doesn't need to make.
Yeah, just in the landing.
Tremendous height on the 3.5 twist to end. Again, it's half a twist more than many gymnasts do.
Feel so disappointed here. 13.3 is his score.
For Carlos Yulo, he's in 4th position. And that means the top 3 qualifiers
Okay, let us pause that. After the floor exercise, as you can see, Carlos Yulo, during his entrance before the floor exercise final, is a little bit of some confusions, or maybe not that confident, not in that high spirit. I remember that there is an interview of Carlos Yulo to one of the media. I think the channel is called Gymnastics. He said that before he came to the World Championship, he thought that he is already prepared. But when he saw the crowd, the stadium, and his peers, he felt so intimidated. He didn't told that he felt intimidated, but he said that he felt small. He thought he was prepared, but he feels that he is not prepared. So having that kind of sentence, it brings me to a conclusion that he feels intimidated, a sense of low morale and low spirit. Maybe he's feeling in that competition, in that championship, during the all-around and the floor exercise, a tremendous sense of nervousness, I think, and I suppose. Okay, let's watch the vault.
Yulo of the Philippines, second strongest performer in qualification, another gymnast with a 6 difficulty first vault. Let's have a look at his attempt.
And this is an upgrade from last year.
Nice, Resiguang 2. It's great.
Yulo does the gymnastics that he is capable of.
It's capable.
This is the result.
Yeah.
It would not be an enormous surprise if that's the highest single score that we've seen so far. Let's look back at it again.
Let's look back again. The Resiguang 2.
Is really wonderfully defined.
Double pike.
All-around final that he looks like a diver in the air. And yes, there will be a penalty for stepping outside of the line, and he will take some execution for the large step to the side. But overall, this was a really great vault.
It's a great vault.
Here in the pike position, the toe point, the straightness of the legs, really rather straighter than Tanigama Wataru. And that's going to be important in terms of the difficulty that this vault is attributed.
Yes. It would be astonishing if he did not get the 6.0 difficulty that he was attempting.
Now, for his second vault.
Champion after all.
He's a little bit confident now here in the second day of individual.
Whenever he goes to the Southeast Asian Games, he comes back with a huge...
He looks now more confident during the second day of the individual apparatus.
Is a very significant jumper of close to 3/10 in qualification for Carlos Yulo, and really makes him, as long as this second vault goes well, as long as his Kasamatsu double is well executed.
I like his hair here.
I'll give you the favourite.
Look at his body here, naturally muscular.
Completely different ball.
Nice.
Now that has changed utterly the dynamic
Great.
of this men's vault final, and it is after all the reigning world champion that we're witnessing. And he might be the defender.
Great job.
Let's see.
Great job, Yulo.
Delivers.
You can hear, I'm sure, the reaction from the crowd. He's such a popular gymnast. It didn't go his way in the all-around competition. They wanted
Let's
to see
watch
this, and they've just
the
seen
slow motion.
know and love from Carlos Yulo.
He is beloved across the world for the way that he does gymnastics.
It's 2.5.
Twisting position, the amplitude, the distance of this vault, and also that all-important landing. It's textbook gymnastics, the legs glued together,
Legs
the
put
push
together.
off of the table.
Enormously beautiful.
Fully rotated in the twist. There's no question as to whether he will get the 5.6
rotated.
difficulty value.
It's
The
2.5
height as well.
times the height.
There's so much to remark on. All all of it good.
Great job, Yulo. Great job. Oh, look at the score. 14.9. 14.9 for second grade. Great job. Okay, let's pause there. Upon reviewing, as you will see, this vault of Carlos Yulo is not the best vault that he is showing to the recent or to the past championship, comparing it from the World Championship 2021, SEA Games, and Asian Championship. During the SEA Games and Asian Championship, Yulo, he did the Dragulesco, and it's very perfect. He did it perfectly, the Dragulesco, during the SEA Games and Championship and Asian Championship. Maybe most of the people, especially most of the Filipino communities, are wishing that instead of doing the Resigwang 2, which is a new skills for Yulo, he got 15.0 points. Wherein if you will compare it to his Dragulesco that he showed during the SEA Games and Asian Championship, he did it perfectly, with a good height, with a perfect landing, with a chest up, and there is no stepping outside the line. Wherein in Resigwang, he did step out of the line, which gives him a deduction. Well, deduction in the execution. Well, he got the difficulty, yes, but the execution, he did a little bit of some deductions. In the previous competition where he did the Dragulesco, he did a lot of great, there were no deductions in his executions because he did it great, he did it perfectly. The landing was enormously beautiful. But here is not, because he tried his Resigwang 2. But if you will gonna, if you're following Carlos Yulo in his Facebook, actually it's in Coach Hugimiya, who is posting the new skills of Carlos Yulo in his vault, where they are posting the video of Carlos Yulo doing a perfect Resigwang 2. But during the All Japan Championship for the vault, he got silver. Where you may think why it had happened. If you will just remember, I had posted a video maybe months ago, 1 month ago, before the World Championship. Coach Hugimiya posted that Carlos Yulo is injured with his hands, and you saw that in that video that Carlos Yulo, he went to a hyperbaric therapy, wherein that hyperbaric therapy is giving 100% oxygen with highly pressurized, which will help him to recover fast in his injury. So I believe that if ever Carlos Yulo, this is just my thought, where I hope you will not bash me with this thought, that if Carlos Yulo try to do the Dragulesco, it will be a much higher, he will be in a much higher position than Arthur Davtian, because the difference between Arthur Davtian and Carlos Yulo's vault average score is not that significant if he did the Dragulesco. Well, anyways, that is a destiny that he will be in silver, and he likes to do the Resigwang because they want to perfect it for the next championship and World Championship in the future, God willing, Olympics, that they can now perfect it. Now, with this one, I am suggesting that Carlos Yulo and his team will consider joining the World Cup challenges this coming 2023. Why? Because it will help to build the confidence of Carlos Yulo facing a large crowd or competing in a large crowd, and the pressure will be trained. His emotion will be trained, and he will be familiar with his peers. Because the last, if you will remember, if you will track his record for this 2022, his big event that he went into our SEA Games, Asian Championship in All Japan, where in fact his peers Arthur Davtian involved and some other gymnasts there in the World Championship, they joined the World Cup Series and World Challenge Cup Series, which helped them to be familiar with their peers and to be exposed to a large crowd, wherein their emotions and they were trained to handle a lot of pressure from the crowd. Yes, you may be perfect on it in practicing the routines in uncontrolled environment where the audience is just less, and if you will be facing a crowd, a large crowd, it gives you a lot of pressure, the noise, the sounds, the lights. It is adding to your mental pressure and mental stability. So that's only my my suggestion to the team of Carlos Yulo, that they may consider joining the World Cup Series in 2023 instead of just joining the SEA Games and Asian Championship in All Japan. It will be costly, perhaps, but it will be a good avenue for Carlos Yulo to be trained mentally, and also to be familiar with their peers and not to feel intimidated. Okay, let's watch the parallel bars.
Slightly unusually for Carlos Yulo.
15.3 was his qualification score.
In the parallel bars.
5.3 score in qualification.
Difficulty of everyone out there, but his execution for this in qualification, as he has to reset that handstand a touch, was very good.
Great job. Great
Slight
form.
hesitation on the mount, yes, but he's able to reset it. Does the Healy turn out, increasing the difficulty?
Yes. Nice.
Smooth Makuts.
No hands adjustments. Very clean.
Well-flighted box art.
Great job.
And the tip out. Very important to perform that skill with continuous movement.
Very straight lines, you can see.
No visible drop.
Great job.
Dismount double front half out.
That was very neatly performed by Carlos Yulo.
Great
Small
job.
flicker at the start, small flicker at the end, everything else in between had a fluency and fluidity to it.
Fluency, fluidity. Tawang-tawang mga bata.
His execution score in qualification was the second best.
That Ferhat Arikan. We congratulate him.
If there's one thing you can count on with Carlos Yulo, it is that he has terrific form in the way that he displays his elements. His gymnastics is so clean and precise, his legs always together,
Yes,
his toes
indeed.
always gorgeously pointed.
Indeed, indeed. Toes are gorgeously pointed.
On this routine, he may indeed have to wait and see what the rest of the field comes up with to know whether he's on the podium or not. But he has given it a great effort.
Nice. Great job. Great job.
It was the
And
fourth
his
best
score?
in qualification. With a score
Smile.
of 15.3. That would put him in the lead now. Difficulty was 6.3. We've just seen a 6.6 routine. But that is the
15.3.
leading score, 15.366. And the first gymnast to improve upon his qualification performance in the...
Okay, let's take a look or have a review with as I will give my personal opinion. Well, in these parallel bars, you can see that Carlos Yulo has a really great chance of being on podium in the coming Olympics this 2024. As you can see, Ferhat Arikan, who is from Turkey, the bronze medalist in Olympics 2020, Carlos Yulo already surpassed his level of difficulty in executions. The scores are obviously high, and also here Carlos Yulo, he surpassed Ferhat Arikan. Ferhat Arikan is not in the podium, and the difference of 14.9 with 14.366 is indeed enormously significant. Well, the good thing about Carlos Yulo's parallel bar is that he executed perfectly with a great form. And if you will just take a look at his hands upon reaching the bars, he is not, you know, adjusting or making like this. Making like this will be considered as an adjustment. He is not making like this form, and he's not adjusting his hands. Every walk that you take in parallel bars, that will be a significant deduction. It's either 0.1 or to 0.3. It will depend on the distance of your adjustment. But Carlos Yulo is not making that. So just what I observed with Carlos Yulo, not adjusting in the bar, which is will gives him a high score in his execution. But if you will check maybe why is that Carlos Yulo become only some of the comments that I saw before is that Carlos Yulo has more clean executions than Lucas Dowser, than also with the Chinese. Well, Lucas Dowser, for our eyes, maybe Carlos Yulo, yeah, he had really a great executions and difficulty, but in the whole of the scores for feed, if you combine a lot of executions, routines, that will give you a high score. If you will come back to Lucas Dowser's execution, the rapid changing and significant sequences of changing of the routines, it gives you a high score. The score, if you combine those routines beautifully, you will have a high score of difficulty and as well as executions. And while if you would compare also the executions of Carlos Yulo and Chinese, if you're gonna go back to the videos of their top 3, well, significantly the difficulty of Chinese is very evident than Carlos Yulo. That's why the Chinese got a 16.0 plus scores. Alright, so let's go back to this awarding.
One of the bronze medal, the silver medalist from a year ago in Kyokushu, Carlos Yulo of the Philippines.
Bronze and parallel bars.
And winner of the silver medal, representing Philippines, Carlos Yulo.
Silver medal for parallel bars.
The world champion from 2021 gets onto the podium again, Carlos Yulo of the Philippines. And he was just 1/10 away from the gentleman that finished in first place at the World Championships.
Congratulations, Carlos Yulo, for bringing pride to the Philippines. Having a silver medal or bronze is really big because, you know, if you will observe this competition, this World Championship, involved, you have the best among the best people in the world. Arthur Dabtian is having a long history of being in the podium in World Championship and also in Olympics. And also in parallel bar, Lucas Dowser in the Chinese, they have a long story of being in the podium and competing for a long time in artistic gymnastics. Lucas Dowser, if I'm not mistaken, is 28 years old, and the Chinese is 30 years old, if I'm not mistaken, and Carlos Yulo is just 22. Comparing the age of Carlos Yulo to Arthur Dabtian and Igor Divilov of Ukraine, it's indeed significant. Carlos Yulo is just 22 years old, where Arthur Dabtian is in his late 20s, together with Igor Divilov. So, having the age of 22 years old, and you are coming into podium and defeating those, and being, what I mean to say is, yeah, defeating those gymnasts which have a long history in artistic gymnastics, and being in the podium with the, so kung sa Tagalog it's just batikan, or with being in the podium with a well-experienced gymnast, well, that must be something big, right? And congratulations, we look forward to more competitions, and we pray that Carlos Yulo will have a more confidence. Well, I suggest, family, that the sports psychologist of Carlos Yulo be present in the or during the competition, the World Championship, most especially, and during the Olympics. I hope that the GAP, Gymnastics Association of the Philippines, Ma'am Cynthia, will consider giving a budget for that the sports psychologist of Carlos Yulo will be there. And also, a video call, a phone call from his parents will be allowed in the championship, or before he go to the competitions, or before his name will be introduced, that he will have a phone call to from his mother, from his parents, so that it will lessen the burden of his heart. He will be cooled down. His heart rate, which is very rapid, I believe that time, will slow and will have a sense of calmness. So that's only my suggestions. Well, I hope that they will read and hear this video and watch this video, and to consider my suggestions like that. So I'm not that very expert about this, but I'm just an enthusiast. Long time I have been following his career, and some of the gymnasts also, like that. Thank you very much for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this video. And we just hope you will have positive comments here. No bashing, please, and also no grumbling. We love you all. God bless and thank you.